All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Let's just jump right into it. Let's talk about the Denver Broncos and their game against the Las Vegas Raiders. Now, this is why I didn't do a video right after that last preseason game, because basically nothing changed from what I said. You know what I'm saying? Prior to it, obviously, Sean Payton. Remember when I said in that video for the Broncos that Sean Payton is definitely going to hold Russell accountable. And that's what Russ needed. That's what he wants. Russ, some guys, well, I mean, not even a lot of guys, you know what I'm saying? No matter how great or how good some of these athletes and players are, very few of them don't want to be coached, don't want to be taught. You know what I'm saying? No matter how good some of the leaders may be, few of them don't want to be led. You know what I'm saying? Russell Wilson, I'm not saying he's great at any of those things, but I'm just saying Russell Wilson definitely wants to be coached and he wants to be led. Even while he's leading, he wants to be led. You know what I'm saying? Sean Payton is going to do that. Nathaniel Hackett, he's not going to do that. He wants to be one of the guys. You know what I'm saying? Which is, again, that's fine. That's another style. Sometimes that works. But a lot of times certain athletes on certain levels, they want to respect their head coach. They want to respect their leader. You know what I'm saying? And be confident that he can lead them in any situation. Therefore, they can feel like they can do it. When he's just one of the guys, hey, when things get tough, am I going to look at you for guidance, assistance, answers? No, you one of the guys. You know what I'm saying? That's enough about Nathaniel Hackett and coaches like that. But nonetheless, Sean Payton's not going to do that. He's going to hold you accountable. Even though, he's definitely going to joke with you and all that stuff, but he's going to hold you accountable. He's going to expect a certain level, not just of professionalism, but of execution and production. You know what I'm saying? That's why he made the statement about, you're not running for office. You know what I'm saying? Why you got so many appearances at your wife's hip, hanging on to her arm at the award shows and at the games, at other events. You need to be studying. You need to be going over defenses. You need to be, learning, making sure you know the nuances of my playbook. And that was why, as a coach, in my opinion, Sean Payton took Russ out early in that game, that second preseason game. It's not because he was playing so well. We don't need to. No, man, you out here bringing the ball down and running at the drop of a dime. You're not even looking at your check downs. You're not even looking at your progressions. You just out of here. And that's not what we're gonna do. That's not. Sean Payton is not Pete Carroll. He's not Harbaugh. He's not. The Broncos aren't Baltimore. And Russell Wilson isn't Lamar Jackson. You know what I'm saying? You're going to throw the ball. You know what I mean? And that was good, holding Russell out, letting Stidham, run the show in that last preseason game. And you could see the result of getting rid of the ball. You know what I'm saying? That second offense looked really good moving the ball. Way better than the first offense. Okay, so now let's get to versus the Raiders. That game, the first offense I thought looked okay early. Moving the ball pretty good. You know what I mean? Even without Jerry Jeudy, and I thought Russell Wilson was going to struggle big time without Jerry Jeudy. But he did a good job of reading and going through his progressions and getting rid of the ball and throwing good balls, throwing a good ball, a good catchable ball. Wasn't leading guys into harm's way. I was concerned about Cortland Sutton early in the game not being able to get open. I love the adjustment that they made for the play calls, knowing that, hey, we can't just keep calling these same plays like Jerry is here, like Judy is here. Let's call the plays that kind of feature Cortland at his best. Man, that short little slant, beautiful. That move he made to get by the safety on that deep route, beautiful. You know what I'm saying? And I believe that was the pass interference. That route he ran to come across the back of the end zone, beautiful. I mean, that's what Cortland Sutton, that's when he's at his best. You know what I'm saying? Is operating in at those parameters. You know, I thought the guys caught up from the practice squad did really good. I mean, they did really good, man. I mean, it was an effort. I thought it was a winning effort. You know what I mean? They just couldn't make, a couple more plays. That's all sometimes it comes down to, can you make a couple more plays? And again, you see what Deion is doing up in Boulder. So, you kind of get this standard in your mind that's how things work, but that's not how things normally work. It's going to take some time for this Broncos team to get acclimated to Sean Payton, to get acclimated to his plays, his style of play, the attitude that he wants. It's just going to take a minute. You know what I'm saying? And for them to be in a position to win while going through these, these growing pains or this reacclimation, that's you got to look at that as a positive. You know what I'm saying? And I think Coach Payton is definitely looking at it like that. Like, hey, we had an opportunity, and and that's that's at least what I can ask for when it comes to this situation. New team, new city, new players, new quarterback. You know what I'm saying? For him, you know what I'm saying? Not coaching all last season, like all this is, so everybody has to kind of get back into the groove of things. He has to get into where he was at, and he needs to get the players to where he wants them to be. All right, stamp that. Now we go obviously the kicking. I mean, we're not gonna leave that out. The kicking was suspect. You know what I'm saying? And you release a guy to bring in someone you're familiar with. Right? This is your guy that you've brought in. This is your guy. You know what I'm saying? You cut one guy, you bring in your guy, and your guy out here messing up. You know what I'm saying? Your guy out here messing up. You know what I'm saying? Had not been for your guy, we probably would have won this game. Because the other guy you released probably would have made that. He probably would have missed the extra point, which ended up being the 1 point loss. And he probably wouldn't have missed the field goal. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and that's another reason why Coach Payton is very optimistic about this loss, because he doesn't want to say it was his fault for releasing. That was the difference in the game. That was the difference in the game, was kicking. That was the difference in the game. And you released the guy and brought in your guy. And that was the difference in the game. In negative. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, he's got to take that one too. And he might have even said he's got to take that. He's got to take that. And that's going to be an issue all season. I can see that now. Kicking is going to be an issue all season. The Broncos don't need that at all. The Broncos definitely don't need that. Any uncertainty with the Broncos, man, don't be surprised if ownership don't come knocking at Deion's door one of these days real soon. That's why I'm hoping that Sean Payton can do well, because I want CU to have Deion for a few years, so Deion could bring a couple national championships You know what I'm saying? But man, don't be surprised if the ownership group don't knock it personally at Deion's door. You know what I'm saying? With a blank check. Oh my goodness. But anyway, let me know what you guys think about them Broncos, man. What kind of season you think the Broncos have to look forward to? You know, below 500, 500 or above. You know, it's going to be little things like this. So I say they're looking at about 500. You know what I'm saying? From overcoming, having to figure things out, the kicking game, you know what I'm saying? Mistakes, that penalty by Justin Simmons hurt. Remember I said also, I already brought up about the defensive back depth, and that's going to be a question. We'll see. You know what I'm saying? So looking at 500, you know what I'm saying? Let me know what you guys think. Thank you for watching. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. All right. If this world were mine.